After dominating the competition in high school and going absolutely ballistic for 50 points against Team Select and Tyson McCall, leading to me having high hopes of getting into college and finally into the NBA, my agent and I had a serious talk.
Okay, look, I'm a big believer in ripping the Band-Aid off, so I'm gonna get right to it. The play next year is Europe. That's your path to the NBA.
Wait, you're not kidding. Europe?
Mm-hmm.
No. The play is college. It's always been college.
Plans change, MP.
No, I did everything. Everything I was supposed to. I'm ranked. I have scholarships. Why are we changing the plan now?
Listen, you did an amazing job these past few months. But the problem is that you came into the game too late. You have too much ground to make up for, and you can't do that in college, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Mr. Kelly. I'm starting to wonder if you should be my agent.
All right. Can I make my case?
The floor is all yours.
Okay. You can answer questions in Europe that you can't answer in college. Questions that NBA GMs need answers to if they're going to draft you. And most importantly, you can answer them next year. College is at minimum a 2-year plan. You've got too many established players ahead of you to hit as a freshman, and every year you don't get drafted, your odds of getting drafted plummet.
Okay. I want to see what you see. So, walk me through it.
The biggest question facing 80% of players entering the draft is whether they have an NBA body. You go to Europe, play against grown men, you've answered that question.
Still not seeing it. What else you got?
You can prove you don't have character issues.
Man, I was late to one game.
And got suspended for the biggest game of the only season you have played in competitive club league ball. It's not fair, but it's out there. You go to Europe, you can prove that you play with a professional work ethic, and now you've answered another question, a big one.
Okay, so I'm behind. How do I make up all this ground?
In Europe, you'll devote every waking minute to basketball while your peers are back home sweating out midterms. That's a huge advantage. And not for nothing, but the salary in Europe is way better than any NIL you're getting.
The only money I care about is the NBA money. I'm not trying to fumble that bag because the NIL isn't good enough.
I make a percentage of your salary, MP. I'd be a fool to do anything that jeopardizes your NBA career.
That's a good point. I have nothing.
Look, we live in a world with Wemby, Luka, and Giannis. Scouts know how to evaluate what you're doing overseas. And by the way, you wouldn't be the first American to do this either. Ask LaMelo if he regrets skipping college.
Do I have any offers?
2 of them. I wouldn't bring this to you on a whim. The first one is from Basket Madrid in the Spanish National Champions League, the most competitive league in Europe. If you thrive over there, you are guaranteed to get drafted.
Okay, so what's the other one?
Paris FC Basket in the French Basketball Super League. They got a lot of first-round prospects this year. Outplaying them will cement your spot on any GM's draft board.
I'm not gonna hold you. I like how those sound.
Plus, I'm hiring a professional videographer to chronicle it all, so GMs will see everything you do. Look, I know it's not what you pictured, but if you're honest with yourself, I think you'll know it's the right move.
When you're saying all of that, it makes sense in my mind. But, not gonna lie, it doesn't feel great.
Well, it'll feel a lot better when you hear your name called on draft night.
Okay? Okay.
Okay.
I'm in. I just hope you know what you're talking about, Mr. Kelly.
Well, what's it going to be? France or Spain?
Let's see.
And after giving in on the idea of going to Europe and having to choose between Spain or France, for me it was a no-brainer. Paris FC Basket is the team that I'll be going to. Die-hard Barca fan will never be able to go to Real Madrid, so France it is. And then we land in Paris.
Bonjour, it's me, MP, and I'm coming to you live from France. And this is the very first episode of Out of Bounds, the web series that takes you behind the scenes of my basketball journey. And helping me film these videos is my main man, Xander Jones, our in-house filmmaker. Xander, come talk to the people.
Hey, I'm Xander. I'll be helping out MP with his social media content.
All right, get out of here. But Xander, you got any questions for your boy?
Yeah, how are you adjusting to life in France so far?
Woo, man, listen, I just got here yesterday. So I've basically unpacked my clothes, and that's it.
That's fair. When did you start hooping?
I'm actually about to head to the gym for my first practice with Paris FC Basket. I'm gonna meet my teammates, my coaches, and I'm just really looking forward to it all.
All right, after you settle in, what are you looking forward to the most about living in France?
I know it, but whatever. The food. My dad's an amazing chef, and he gave me this whole list of stuff I gotta try.
All right, well, what's on it?
Man, this thing is in categories, bro. I barely know how to say this stuff, but we got beef bourguignon, coq au vin, ratatouille, and cassoulet. He's got like 75 cheeses on the list and all kinds of breads.
Man, that sounds like a serious list.
Oh yeah, my dad does not play when it comes to his food. But that all comes later, because I came here to prove myself against the best NBA prospects in France, and everything takes a backseat to that goal.
Bet that. Sounds like you're in for some exciting times out here.
And you're all along for the ride with me, so can't wait. Are we done? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, when I think we have enough, I'll give you a cut signal. I'll just straight up say we're good.
Oh, right. You said that before. My bad.
Nah, bro, look, don't sweat it. You know, you're doing great, bro. Your personality is really coming through, and that's what's gonna hook people. You know, they'll come for the basketball, but they want to get to know you, as a person. So,
luckily, I'm a yapper, so.
I could definitely see that. You got any plans for after practice?
Rest and recovery, really. I got my first game coming up in a couple of days, so I'm like, I gotta be ready.
A city with tremendous history and a love for basketball. We are live in Paris. Welcome everyone to 2K's coverage of the FBSL. For 2K Sports, I'm Blake Zuniga with Brian Vanafantemi and Tim Swartz. We have a fun one for you tonight. It's Paris FC Basket hosting Nanterre Elite. Some great young talent on these teams.
And the name to watch tonight for Nanterre is Benoit Lambert, who's long been regarded as one of the up-and-coming French talents, and he'll look to leave his mark here tonight.
And but Paris has their own prospect making his debut. MP comes in from the U.S., and we'll get to see him in action.
And a bit of a strange path for MP to come over to France, but he'll have plenty of chances to show what he can do, as Nanterre is a sound basketball team.
And with all the excitement in the world, having to make our debut in Paris, And needing to prove to everybody that we can take the overseas route and still make it to the NBA, a lot of weight was on our shoulder, but we was ready. And from the beginning of this journey, I was never worried about my matchups. I had one goal in mind, which is getting to the end of that tunnel and making it to the NBA. So in terms of these matchups, I look at them as small challenges that I just need to overcome in order to reach the final destination. Having this mentality helped me so much throughout these games, as in my overseas debut, it didn't feel like anything changed. Matter of fact, the chemistry was there, the confidence was there, and I was just letting it fly from start to finish. Not a single ounce of doubt crossed my mind. Every possession felt like a possession I needed to prove something, even though I was playing really well. And that's not to say that I wasn't showcasing the skills, but it just felt like every possession needed to be a highlight. It needed to be something to prove something, which was weird at the time, but it worked. And after having one of the best first half debuts in overseas history, it just kept flying and it kept connecting. To end the half, I hit my first ever buzzer beater, scoring 22 points in only 2 quarters. And when talking about chemistry with my teammates, even though it felt new and it felt like it was a lot of isolation for me personally, I didn't let that affect me. Displaying that in this amazing pick and roll with my big man, which led to another highlight play. I didn't want to come to a new environment and be labeled as that selfish, ungrateful player. I wanted to be a team player, but at the same time, I wanted to display my own skills in order to put my name out there and make it to my final destination, as I previously mentioned. But I realized that I was blessed with super athletic teammates that are on the same wavelength as me. In a matter of 15 minutes, both of my big men produced 2 insane highlight plays that are probably going to make it all over the news. But another thing was for certain, I was also bound to make the news in my overseas debut, scoring 38 points, grabbing 8 rebounds and 4 assists in a blowout win against a rival team, outscoring their whole team by 3 points by myself.
Thanks for joining us.
No problem. Happy to be here.
How are you adjusting to the level of competition in France? It's a big step up from high school, yes?
They play hard here in France, and everyone's a pro, so the level of competition is a lot better than in high school. But I got some great teammates and coaches, and they're helping me get up to speed.
Okay, so despite the adjustment, you managed to outplay Benoit Lambert. Was that a focus for you tonight?
Yeah, my focus is always going to be on winning. I've made no secret that I want to play in the NBA, so I know that Benoit is a big-time prospect here, but I'm here to work on my game, become the best player I can be, and help my team get wins.
Thank you, MP.
You're welcome. Yeah, go ahead, I'm listening.
All right, now I know we're here to work on your draft stock, but I saw your post-game interview the other day, and I don't think you should talk about the NBA with the press that much.
What you mean?
Same goes for your social videos.
Wait, I'm just being honest out there. Like, I don't understand what that has to do with the management. You even said that it was okay in the contract negotiations.
No, look, I'm not worried about management. I'm worried about your teammates. They might not like a constant reminder that you see them as a stepping stone.
But that's not true.
I know. But you've got a lot to gain if this team is successful. Paris doesn't have an automatic berth to the EBA championships, but playing well in that tournament would be huge for your draft stock.
No, yeah, you're right. I hear you, Austin, 100%.
Okay, good. Look, but other than that, you're doing an outstanding job, okay? You came here to outplay top prospects, and you're doing it. Nice work.
I appreciate that, Austin.
All right. Talk soon.
Yep. You really need to give that snooze button a break, Boggy.
You say nothing.
Oh, man. Hey, Cap. I think he's finally starting to respect me.
No, you have not earned this yet.
Right. Because I'm a rookie.
If this is something you want, for Bogdan to like you, you must continue doing what you are doing. First person in the gym, and the last person out. And then maybe after a few months' time, if you are still working hard and we win games, it is possible maybe he could like you. Maybe not, but it could be.
Cap, anyone ever told you you have a way with words?
You are doing good, MP. Coach Graves says you come in like a suckling pig, but now you are like a wild boar.
That's a good thing, right?
This good?
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, MP, and I'm coming to you live from Strasbourg, France. I'm getting ready to play against Basket Pro, and I'm here with their top prospect, Vince Ledoux. Vince, thank you for coming on Out of Bounds. Welcome to the show.
You're welcome.
Hey, so Vince here is mocked as high as late first round in next year's NBA draft. Who that boy is?
It's Vincent, MP. Vincent.
Right, my bad. Vincent, why don't you describe your games to my followers?
But you don't watch tape?
Oh, no, I watched tape. I just wanted to hear from your own perspective.
Okay, I'm a playmaker, I run the offense.
He runs the offense, so I need to know. Any advice in maybe how to slow you down?
You don't take things very seriously, do you?
What? Vince, I thought, you understood why you was here.
So I'm here to do your show.
Xander, cut the tape. Yo, what's good, bro? Like, if you didn't want to do the show, why'd you sign up?
I thought you'd be more prepared. If this is how you get ready for games, then we will have an easy time tonight, huh?
You think you're gonna have an easy time, but you're not. Because you just made this personal, so if anything, you're gonna have a harder time.
Okay, mec, m'en fiche.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. Yo, Zan, what's up, bro? I thought you said he was chill.
Bro, he seemed cool when I had him on the phone. He probably just playing with you, man. I can scrap the footage you want me to.
No. We'll keep it. Actually, we're gonna throw over some highlights of tonight's game. Once we beat them. We'll make a little big joke out of it. Yeah, it'll be funny.
Copy that.
An iconic view of the medieval architecture and waterways of Strasbourg, France. Hello, everyone, and welcome to 2K Sports coverage of the FBSL. I'm Blake Suniga with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi as Paris FC hitting the road to face Strasbourg Basket Pro.
He showed me love, but then folded on camera in order to embarrass me. I think by doing that, he thought he was more superior to me, or he was better than me. But we're going head to head in this game. He's my matchup, so everything he does will reflect back onto him. Of course, when I take things personal. So why don't we both hoop and see who's better? And although this was only my second game for Paris FC, I was never able to take disrespect. After all the things that I've done to put my name out there, I'm still receiving disrespect from my opponents, which just made things personal. Vincent, it was on sight. And this was the story of pretty much the whole game. Ankle breakers, deep threes, highlight plays, and embarrassment. I took things completely personal and I showcased everything that I had in my arsenal. I was never here to disrespect anybody to begin with. But when someone disrespects you and never backs it, you just have this burning desire to embarrass them on every single chance you get. And that's exactly what I did. Every single chance I got, I went into an isolation versus Vincent, and he just didn't have an answer for me. His ankles weren't holding him, his head wasn't holding him, he was turning around all the time. He just didn't feel like he can guard me. Matter of fact, it wasn't just a feeling. He himself knew damn well he couldn't guard me. And in a game where it felt like I could go for 80, I turned it down a little bit and started finding my teammates, as again, I wanted their respect as well, not only my opponents' respect. And although this game I wasn't able to outscore my opponents by myself, I topped my debut game, scoring 45 points on 61% from the field. The second game was in the books, and it was an absolute success. So far, we're 2 for 2, and we're heading in an upward trajectory towards making the NBA draft lottery.
Vincent Leduc is considered one of France's best playmakers, but you thoroughly outplayed him tonight. What does that say?
That if you don't know about me, you're gonna find out. Vince thought I was some loudmouth American just here to cash a check. But someday he's gonna realize this is my story. I'm the main character, and he's just watching.
On top of outplaying Leduc, you helped lead Paris to victory. Talk about it.
My job is to do whatever this team needs. Whatever that is, that scoring, defense, playmaking, rebounding, whatever. I feel like I could do it all. And I want these guys to know I'll run through a brick wall for them if I have to. I'm that committed.
And lastly, you put together quite the highlight reel tonight. What prompted such enthusiastic play?
Most of it is in-the-moment reactions. Sometimes a flashy pass is the only way to get the ball past a defender. I've always played the game with style. It's in my DNA.
Thanks, MP.
Yeah.
How was the escargot?
Austin, bro, them things was bussin'. I mean, it's basically just a bunch of butter and garlic, but it also has some crunchy bread on it. I don't even know what it was, but hey, look. Americans give Snell a bad rap, but them things was so good.
No, I agree. I love it. All right, so look, I want to give you an update on your draft stock, all right?
Oh, yeah, let me hear it.
Things are looking really good. Everyone's raving about your work ethic. Your coach told a scout you're more ripped than 50 Cent.
Yeah, he's got to stop doing that. He just also needs to update his references.
Right. And you've played great against the top prospects. Your game is looking polished.
Great, so all good news.
Yeah, that's right. Most mocks have you solidly in the second round at this point.
Second round?
Okay, I know you, MP, and I know you're better than that, but this is all going according to plan, all right? This time last year, you weren't even in the 2K 250. Now the NBA is looking like a foregone conclusion. Let that sink in. That's massive.
Yeah. You're right, man. This is good. This is good for us.
It's better than good. And if you can make it to the EBA championship, you've got a chance to make things great. So keep doing what you're doing. It's working.
Yeah. I will. I got you, Austin. Thanks.
In tonight's matchup against Marseille, you get a first-hand look at Louis L'Aigle-Dupont, who's currently projected to be a first-round draft pick in this year's NBA draft. Have you had a chance to watch any tape on your fellow draft prospect?
Yeah, well, they call him the Eagle for a reason. He's a great finisher with both hands. I mean, just tremendous hops. They're gonna try to get him running downhill with a full head of steam. So yeah, we need to communicate, not get caught on screens, and challenge him at the rim.
This is a do-or-die game for Paris FC Basket. Win and you'll earn a berth at the European Basketball Alliance Championship Tournament, and lose and you're out. Obviously, you have the rest of the FBSL season no matter what. But how important is it for you to play in an EBA championship?
You're right, Miss Mueller. That's a big deal for us. We've been chasing that all year. And I know our fans want it too. A lot of them even have tickets already to Istanbul. So we're going to leave everything we have tonight on that floor and make sure nobody's calling the airlines asking for that refund.
Thank you, MP.
You're welcome.
What a view of Paris. We are live here in one of the world's most iconic cities for tonight's game.
Going into this game, not only was this the most important game I would have to play so far in my overseas career, This game will decide if we make it to the European Championship game versus Istanbul. We couldn't possibly think of losing this game. And another important fact to consider for me personally was a competition and a rival that I had to overcome in order to make my name and put it into the draft lottery. He's a mid-first round pick player, so overcoming him and beating him would only mean that I'm better. And the plan was to never let go from the start of the game, finding my teammates on the very first possession that I had, and then draining 4 threes in the first quarter alone. This was my way of showing that I'm here, and I'm not leaving until I win this game and make the championship game. And my teammates' mind did not differ from mine, and Ann won 3-pointer before the end of the first half to put us up by a whopping 13 points. And for me personally, this game specifically, I was not worried about my own performance or trying to get mines before getting my teammates. I was worried about winning the game and showcasing why I deserve to be here. And that of course still comes with my craftiness and my ability to get a bucket anywhere and whenever I want. And the one thing that I was starting to develop was the confidence to take the final shot. It was never a good game if I didn't get a buzzer beater at the end of one of the quarters. I gave it 100 from start to finish because this game was more important than any other game for me. Still putting up a respectable performance of 34 points and 3 assists on 62% from the field. But the more important thing was that we made it happen. We have reached the European Basketball Championship game. But of course, there is way more to come.
Congratulations on the big win. How does it feel to clinch a spot in the EBA Championships?
It feels incredible! Oh man, this is my first season as a professional, so to make it to the continent's biggest tournament is an honor. These guys, I mean, I've also never been to Turkey, so that's another first for me. And one thing I'm really looking forward to is I hear they've got a beautiful architecture over there, and the Hagia Sophia, if I'm pronouncing that right, is supposed to be fire.
It is. Thank you, MP. Go celebrate. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Congratulations, guys.
Seems like just yesterday I was trying to convince you to come to Europe. Now here we are, about to play Istanbul for the EBA Championship.
Austin, you keep popping up on me, and you realize I almost fired you for less, right?
Yeah, I was there. I remember.
All right, but I mean, I guess you kind of knew what you were doing.
Well, it only worked because you have what it takes. No, seriously, you earned everything you're about to get, MP. And if you take home this chip, you're gonna get a lot more.
Win. But right now I need to know what the NBA draft is looking like.
There's been some upward movement, nothing too drastic. But if you put on a legendary performance in this tournament, who knows? You might get yourself in the first round, bro.
Things are really moving fast, huh?
They are. Yeah, this is a crazy time in life for NBA prospects. So much is up in the air and things change drastically.
Not if you're an NBA kid. I feel like half the league has a dad who went pro. Sometimes I wish I had those advantages, man.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't be you. Plus, there's plenty of NBA kids who don't get a whiff of the pros. I mean, genes only take you so far.
Gotta earn it at this level, right?
That's right. And look at it this way. Coming from Vermont, growing up around that diner, that gave you a work ethic and put a chip on your shoulder that'll take you as far as you'll let it.
Sky's the limit.
It truly is. But first, you got to take down Istanbul basketball. And you only got one shot to do it. Single elimination.
Come on, Austin. You know that's what I live for? That kind of thing excites me.
Okay, so you're not nervous?
Nah. You train hard so the game is easy. Pierre told me that on my first day of practice, and I think he's right. There's nothing that can happen in this game that I haven't already put myself through 10 times over on a random Wednesday. Look, I'm ready, and I promise you we're gonna win. You want some water?
Please.
Ali, as a 2-time EBA MVP, what advice would you give your team before the championship game?
We know what we need to do to beat FC Baskets. I don't have to say nothing.
What do you expect from your opponent?
They got hot at the right time. But we have the best players in the tournament, the most experience, strongest will win. I expect them to lose.
Man, Ali, you have surprised me, man. I thought you'd be bigger, stronger, scarier.
Tomorrow, you will see how strong I am.
MP,
Yeah.
MP, how are you feeling ahead of this championship game?
I'm feeling very, very confident all of a sudden. Usually when your opponent tries to intimidate you, it's because they know you're better than them. So yeah, I'd say I'm feeling pretty great right now.
So, do you have any thoughts on your opponents, Istanbul Basketball?
I've watched the game tape on them. I know they've got some quality players, but I've played against some of the best players across the world in multiple countries. And I'm confident my game is better. This is what you spend all those hours in the gym for, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hier, bitte. Ich habe eine Frage.
And a distant view of the skyline of Rome, Italy, our site for tonight's action. Good evening, everyone. What an exciting night. It's the EBA Championship between Paris FC and
Alright man, if you've made it this far into the video, we have made the EBA Championship game, the European Basketball Alliance Championship game, and we're taking on Istanbul, and more importantly, we're taking on the most important rival of our journey. This game and this matchup is everything I needed. The reigning EBA MVP, Ali Deniz Güven, he's the one that's gonna be the reason I make it into the NBA draft lottery. The EBA Championship game and my career starts now. And that for sure didn't take long for me to clock on, as I drained my first 10 seconds into the game, and then in the same quarter follow it up with not only 1 3-pointer, not only 2 3-pointers, not only 3 3-pointers, but why not follow it up with 4 other 3-pointers, making it a total of 5 3-pointers made in the first quarter alone. A whopping 17 points in the first quarter scored alone by myself. And that's not to say that it wasn't a very competitive game. It was going back and forth a lot. And at this current moment, being down by 4 points and having to bring the lead back to 1. And although it was a very competitive game, it didn't take too long for me to drain my 7th 3-pointer of the first half and give us the lead by 2 points. And with my teammates putting a great shift on the offensive boards, giving us a second chance at a wide open 3 that I of course drained. This game was the game to prove that I can play both sides. I can not only score and get buckets and play make for my teammates, I can also get stops on the other end and show that I'm dominant on the defensive side. This was of course the way to gain my coach's respect, or not only that, my teammates and the fans. And now the lead started to crawl up and we started to gain momentum. I drained my 9th 3-pointer of the first half, and with the shot clock narrowing down to end the second quarter, I followed my 9th with a record-breaking 10th 3-pointer of the first half and another buzzer beater to my name. 37 points, almost 40 points in 2 quarters of playtime, and getting those 40 points just seconds into the third quarter, draining a record-breaking 11th 3-pointer of the game, and then following that up with my last number 12 3-pointers of the game to end the EBA Championship game with not only a win, but a historic 43-point performance on 12 made 3-pointers.
We're the EBA champions now, baby! Yes!
This is good.
I think he likes you now.
Hey,
Maybe.
look it, when me and Boggy started off, we had our problems, but that guy is one of a kind.
Actually, he has a twin.
technically there are two of them.
What?
Yeah.
I gotta meet that guy. Unbelievable work, MP!
I haven't seen this much talent at this young age since
Nas put out Pneumatic. Hey, I actually like that one. Hey, when you get to the NBA, put in a good word for me, okay?
I got you, coach. But hey, these guys are gonna miss you.
I know, and I shouldn't be saying that, but I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Let's go! We the champs, baby! Let's go! Let's go! Yes, Miss Mueller.
MP, congratulations on your stunning achievement. As a 19-year-old playing his first season in the French Basketball Super League, how do you feel looking back at your accomplishments?
It's been an incredible ride, Miss Mueller.
MP.
We.
MP, what comes next for you? Will you enter the draft? Right now you're projected as a second rounder. Any chance you come back to FC Basket for another season?
It's a tough decision for anyone, really. I mean, I would love to stay in Europe. I can see myself having a long and successful career here, but my friends and family, they're all back in the USA. And my dream is to play in the NBA, so I'm gonna keep pursuing that dream. First round, second round, it really doesn't matter to me at this point. I believe in my work ethic, and I believe in giving a chance. I'll rise to the occasion. So I'll get with my agent, talk about my options, but if the projections stay the way they are, then I'll most certainly be declaring for the draft. Welcome.
Look at this.
How can you afford all this?
Ma, can I get a hello before you start questioning my finances?
I missed you.
I missed you more, Ma.
You look strong.
That's because I am.
Hey, did you bring me my rope for it?
Man, that stuff stunk up my luggage. I'm surprised customs let me through.
No, that is the king of cheeses there. Come on.
Of course, for you, Ma, I brought you some prints from the Louvre.
What? No, you didn't have to get me anything.
No. How else would you know I was thinking about you? So, hey, don't mind your stuff. Leave that there, and we'll go talk to Austin and Xander, and afterwards we can grab some dinner.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay.
There's my
There
guy.
they are.
How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Film
Good to
me?
see you.
I don't see any cameras.
Oh, sorry. Dad,
What?
I already told you, we're not filming a reality TV show. You're not going to be surrounded by a bunch of cameras. We're filming content for my socials.
That's a fair question, though. If I'm recording, you'll know it. I use a DSLR mostly.
Whatever that means, take your word for it.
Anyway, it is such a pleasure to finally meet both of you.
Oh, same here. MP's told me so many great things about you guys.
You're lying, but I believe you. You must be a great agent.
Thank you.
Quit messing with the man.
Okay.
Here, please.
Oh, thank you.
Austin, MP said that you were going to walk us through some of your draft strategies.
Dad, no. We'll get to that. Chill, please.
Oh, no, it's fine. Why don't we get to it, and then I'll let you guys catch up.
Austin,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so as we all know, MP's being mocked in the second round. Now, his talent exceeds that valuation, but ironically, that puts us in a very strong position. If he were mocked just a bit higher, he would have been a late first rounder. And then whoever wanted to draft him would be completely out of our control. But the second round is the Wild West. And you can play wherever you want if you play your cards right. And of course, landing in the right organization is just as important to having a long, successful NBA career as having talent.
And another thing, in this room, I'm making a promise to everyone. On moms, I'm gonna make everyone who passed up on me regret it.
Oh, MP.
Look, I know
True,
that's not
Mom.
easy for a mom to hear, but that kind of chip on your shoulder is actually a great thing in a competitive industry like professional sports. So,
Thank Austin.
Okay, so if anyone can draft him in the second round, how can he choose where he goes?
well, there's actually two ways we can play this. First, we roll the dice. Let whoever's going to draft you. And I've got a list of interested teams here. But you can also work the system. If you tell people you only want to play for Team X, they'll listen. because no one wants drama from a second rounder.
What if Team X doesn't want MP?
Ma.
What? I'm just asking. Just asking, honey.
That's a very shrewd question. That's where workouts come in. Now, I can get MP a workout with anyone. And if he impresses at that workout, chances are...
When, Austin, when I impress at the workouts.
There you go.
Okay, what do you recommend?
Well, if it were me, I would think long and hard about what my style of play is, what role I think I can fill, and then I'd see what team fits my style and has a need for my role. You also want a front office who you trust to make smart decisions. And if geography is important to you, you should consider that as well.
Okay, honey. How do you want to approach this?
I have some ideas, but honestly, it's a lot to take in.
I know. Well, look, guys, I put all the information you need right here on the TV. List of interested teams, scheduled workouts, etc. And of course, if you have any questions at any time, you know where to reach me. I can give you all the advice in the world on this, MP, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's your life, your decision. Good news is, your future's in your hands.
We appreciate it, Austin.